What happens when one of the biggest sitcom ever made has a spin-off that has nothing to do with the sitcom category and decided to go full-blown sci-fi for whatever reason? Would this spin-off fail or would it be successful? That's what we're gonna find out in this video. So what is Stewart failed to save the universe? Well, the basic premise is Stewart kind of accidentally breaks some multiverse quantum machine made by Sheldon and Leonard. By doing this, they basically go into a multiverse adventure with Bert. He's a psychic, let's just say, which is another background character from The Big Bang Theory. So probably the most important thing about the spin-off is, like I said in the intro, the 180 degrees when it comes to the tone, the theme, and the genre. You go from a sitcom with a bunch of multicam laughing tracks and couch eating scene with a bunch of people to a more cinematic sci-fi action adventure TV show, which is completely new for the Big Bang Theory universe. Even though young Sheldon gave up the multicam aspect, it was still a sitcom, and the other spin-off was a full-blown sitcom with multicam and laughing tracks. So the new spin-off completely changed it, and it's basically uncharted territory for the universe. And the other aspect which makes the show kind of unique is, again, there's no main cast from the Big Bang Theory TV show inside in this one, except for the potential cameo. Oh, and spoiler alert for the pilot, there is a cameo from one of the main cast from Big Bang Theory. And again, we have this big shift in how they are looking compared to the original TV show, which is very interesting, and I liked it a lot. The main squad is considered of Stewart, Bert, Denise, and Barry Kripke, which are all background characters from the Big Bang Theory. Another question you could ask yourself is, why make it at all? Why not just another sitcom like Young Sheldon, or maybe one focus on another main cast like Raj or Penny? Well, funny enough, the creator of the Big Bang Theory, Chuck Lorre, had this idea since the Big Bang Theory ended back in 2019, and he had this weird concept where Stewart and Bert would be some kind of weird like action comedy duo sidekick and would go on an adventure. Another aspect why make this show is because of how Stewart is kind of relatable in the Big Bang Theory. He's kind of like a lonely guy who gets overwhelmed and depressed, and you would never expect this character to be the main protagonist of a full-blown action sci-fi TV show, which had to the comedy aspect, I guess, which is kind of a good thing for the actor playing Stewart, Kevin Sussman, because originally he won the role of Howard Wolowitz, but because of a contract issue with another show he was working on, which was Ugly Betty, he had to backtrack. Later on, he got the role for the background character Stewart, which played for like 12 seasons, which is a nice win for him to get this like main show for himself. It's a very good thing for him, and I'm glad he has a chance to show what he can do. Why did I think about the pilot? The pilot aired a week ago from when I'm filming this video. Well, it was a short episode. It was a 25 minutes episode, so there's still this comedy like length of episode. I don't think we will get any like 45 minutes episode. And well, the first thing that you realize from the very first second is the ambience, the atmosphere. Like, you go from a sitcom scene, where there's like always the same space or multicam angle, to wasteland. From the first second you arrive, it's a wasteland. You see like zombies and whatever, and so it's gonna be different from the very second you're watching this show. I liked it. I like that they're going to a new territory. I mean, I think it's a very bold move, and I'm very curious about the show because of it. I'm curious what Chuck Lorre is gonna make of it. But for me, the pilot is, you can see there is a comedic aspect to it. They're making a lot of jokes and a lot of innuendos, especially if you watch The Big Bang Theory, you will, relate more to the characters, so you will be more attached to them and you will maybe find some scene funnier. But for me, I haven't watched Big Bang Theory since a long time ago. I'm talking maybe 10 years, more than 10 years. And when I watched the pilot, I kind of forgot who those guys were except for Stuart. For me, it could have been a TV show that has nothing to do with The Big Bang Theory and it would be the same. Some say it's a good thing because it means that if you didn't watch 12 seasons of The Big Bang Theory, you will still be able to follow this one and you will not be lost. And some would say it's kind of a miss because The Big Bang Theory has a huge audience, and if there's no direct connection, even though there is because it's the same character, but even though there's not outside of the character, there's nothing else that kind of ties into The Big Bang Theory. So you can make the argument that maybe you're losing the audience of The Big Bang Theory, the original audience, which is used to a sitcom kind of vibe. And for me, the jokes didn't really hit. Maybe a couple of them I kind of laugh at it, but for the rest, it was very miss most of the time. The cinematography, it's quite different from sitcom. Again, you get a more cinematic experience, but it's nothing spectacular. You can see there is some kind of budget to it, and you can see they're making effort to add some CGI and sci-fi aspects, which I appreciate. But the rest, the story itself is, just from the pilot, I get the story is very basic. You have this MacGuffin device that they broke, and because they broke it, now they will travel from universe to universe, and each one will be slightly or entirely different from the previous one, and each one they will probably have some kind of obstacle to go through in order to advance to the next one, in order to solve the bigger problem, which is the multiverse is broken and we want everything to go back to how it was originally. So that's it for now. For the good part, I like the dynamic between Stuart and his sidekick Bert. I think I almost like more Bert than Stuart. I think Bert he has this comedic chop, and I like the dynamic. It was very nice, even though I didn't really laugh at the joke. I think if they developed the dynamic between the two of them, it could. I can see Chuck Lorre vision between Stuart and Greg characters for a TV show. I think they can pull it off. Will Stuart fails to save the universe be successful, or will it fail? Well, I think it's kind of 50-50. If you go on Reddit and look at how people think about the pilot, it's very polarizing. Some people think it was very bland and was not really funny at all, and it was nothing to do with Big Bang Theory, so they're kind of just watching it because it's Big Bang Theory related. And some other people thought it was very funny. They liked the new character, they liked the jokes, they liked the story. For me personally, I think if there's no some kind of overarching story, it will fail, because if they're just going some kind of universe of the week type of show, it will be kind of whatever, you can just catch an episode at random and watch it, which is maybe what they're going for. But for me, a sci-fi show is supposed to have this overarching story and this kind of background theme all along, and from the pilot, that's not what I got. Every week we're just gonna be in a new universe, and there's gonna be some kind of funny things or whatever about this universe, and that's gonna be the main chop of the show. So we'll see. So guys, what did you think about the pilot? If you watch it, do you think it's gonna be successful, or do you think it's gonna flop and be forgotten as this weird Big Bang Theory spin-off that no one asked for? Let me know in the comments, and if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.